We must also recognize that we, the people, are not each other's enemies. There are those who are always trying to stir up trouble. They are always trying to drive wedges between us. And, you know, they tell you that there's a war on women. There is no war on women. There may be a war on what's inside of women, but there is no war on women in this country. And every incident that involves people of different races, they try to make into a big racial incident. Let me tell you a secret. You take any community, there's going to be conflicts between the people in that community. And if some of them happen to be of different races, there's still going to be conflicts between people. That is the nature of people. But what we need to understand in this country is that we're all in the same boat. You know, go to Ellis Island and take a look at that museum. On the wall, you'll see pictures of people who came here from every part of the world. In many cases, with all of their earthly belongings in their two hands. People who worked not 5 days a week, but 6 days or 7 days a week. Not 8 hours a day, but 10, 12 hours a day. No such thing as a minimum wage. But they work not for themselves, but so that their sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters might have an opportunity in this land. And hundreds of years before that, other immigrants came here involuntarily in the bottom of slave ships, worked even longer, even harder for less. But they too had a dream that one day their great-grandsons and great-granddaughters might pursue freedom and prosperity in this land. And do you know, of all the nations in the world, this one, the United States of America, is the only one big enough and great enough to allow all of those people from all of those backgrounds to remember their dreams. We are all culturally relevant to each other, and that's why we're called the United States of America. And all of those people who are trying to drive wedges between us, they are the enemy. They are not our friends. And we must learn to recognize them and not allow them to manipulate us. We cannot allow the forces that be to continue to destroy this nation. If I were trying to destroy this nation and I was in charge, let me tell you what I would do. I would drive wedges between the people. I would have a war on women and race wars and income wars and age wars and religious wars. And any place I could drive a wedge, I'd be driving it to distract people and to divide and conquer. And then I would be driving the debt to unimaginable levels. I would be inviting people in here from other countries. I'd be putting them on benefits. I'd be giving them free phones. I'd be trying to get people involved in every kind of social program that I possibly could so that I could destabilize the financial structure of the country. I would be trying to weaken the military and demoralize the military while our enemies were growing stronger and stronger all over the world. And the jihadists were infiltrating our country. I would not be protecting our borders. I would not harden the electrical grid. I wouldn't be worried about cyber warfare. I would destroy our space program so that others could get control of space and have a dominant position over the world. That's what I would do. Any resemblance to what's going on is purely coincidental. And the other thing about this nation is that it is the child of every other nation. So we have a stake in the welfare of every other nation. We are the natural leaders of the world. And when we back off of our leadership position, adventurism begins to occur on behalf of many others. And we create a lot more problems than we solve when we back away from our leadership responsibilities.